Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to Movie News. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Quite a lot is going on in the film industry.
So much, Anthony. So much stuff.
We got to get into it.
We got to get into the news.
Let's start with the box office. To the surprise of absolutely no one, Avatar: The Way of Water once again came out on top of the box office this weekend. But what's actually surprising is it made more in its third weekend than it did in its second weekend. So this weekend, it made $92 million domestically. That's insane for a third weekend of a film, of any film, honestly, because that is an extremely healthy box office for any studio picture to make in its opening weekend. It looks like the storms last week all over the country really did affect people going to the theaters. So it looks like those people who maybe couldn't make it out to the theater to see Avatar and other films last weekend because of the crazy weather. I can't think of another recent release in the last even decade or two where a movie increased its box office on the third weekend, even though while it already being released wide. So that's very impressive. Avatar now has almost $500 million domestically in its short span and is already at $1.3 billion internationally. It looks like it definitely has legs for $2 billion internationally, and maybe could have the potential of chasing its predecessor to $2.8 billion, but we'll see. Next up, in second place, was Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which came in second place with a healthy $21 million. It's now over $60 million domestically. A very strong performance for this animated film. I also heard very good things about it. In third place, we have the Whitney Houston biopic, I Want to Dance with Somebody, with a good $4 million in its third holdover weekend. Again, Babylon in fifth place with $3 million this weekend. Unfortunately, this looks like it's the last legs for that film. It has only a complete domestic total of $11 million. The film cost $80 million to produce, so before marketing, and then $100 million probably in its total budget. So $11 million by its second weekend is definitely a big hit for a big loss for the studio. But what's interesting is The Whale is now getting released wider and wider every week. So this is the fourth week of its release. It is now in 600 theaters in the country, and it grossed a very healthy $2.2 million. Keep in mind, these other films that I just listed off are in over 4,000 theaters each. And so Babylon's playing in 4,000 theaters. So The Whale nearly made as much as Babylon, and it only has a fraction of the number of theaters it's released at. So I think that The Whale has a lot of potential to make a good amount of money. My guess is it could finish out its run with $25 to $30 million, which is very good for its $14 million budget. And also, I think that The Whale is a really unique film for independent audiences to enjoy. And so I think that more people see a film like that, the better, because it is very unlike anything else in theaters right now. That's it for the box office. And on top of Avatar's continued success, it actually crossed the $1 billion mark in only 12 days. It's
14
days. One of the fastest movies to do so.
Crazy. And I believe it's just a crazy success.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll hit $2 billion?
Yeah, I told you it would hit $2 billion. I said it.
You know what's funny is it could potentially be the highest grossing movie of 2022 and possibly the highest grossing movie of 2023. If it beats Top Gun this year and then maybe continues into 2023 and still makes maybe $1 billion, because there's no guarantee a movie next year will make $1 billion. I think Mission Impossible might, personally.
I don't think it will. Maybe. I don't think it'll hit the top.
Fallout made bank.
700.
Yeah, it's bank.
I don't think it'll... Not $1 billion, though.
I think after seeing Top Gun Maverick, people are like, oh, Tom Cruise movie, let's go.
I think people are very excited about it, but I don't think it's going to be Top Gun success.
I think it'll hit $1 billion.
Mate, we'll see.
Not 1.6. Not 1.6. But that's pretty crazy that Avatar 2 could pull that off.
Well, let's get to this Harry Potter news.
All right, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Obviously, it was inevitable. We were just waiting at what point in our sad lives were they going to reboot Harry Potter, the entire movie franchise, with new cast, new everything, with same characters. And apparently there's this rumor coming from WDW Pro, and this account is verified, and they are reportedly 80% on leaks in 2020 and 90% in leaks in 2021 in terms of their accuracy of their leaks that they report. And this was an exclusive leak from them that they're reporting that says Warner Brothers Discovery is reportedly looking to reboot the Harry Potter film franchise, including recasting, in the next 3 to 5 years. We will release some details of how we became aware of this information, etc., etc. So this was obviously inevitable, especially because when they have the new management coming in after the merger, they brought up the fact that they haven't made a Harry Potter movie since 2009. I don't really count the Fantastic Beasts movies as like Harry Potter movies. They're kind
Wizarding World.
It's kind of its own like franchise. You know what I mean? Because they could have either done prequels or continued the story of Harry Potter somehow. I wish they would do just the Marauders. That would be incredible. But it seems like the inevitable is coming, and probably maybe by 2028 we'll probably maybe have brand new Harry Potter movies, which I'm not super excited about because they won't even come close to what we've experienced with the original franchise and the movies that they made between 2000 and 2009. They'll never capture that magic.
Yeah, I don't like this at all if it's true, because it's not like it's making spin-offs, which I'd be fine with. I mean, they own the property, they want to make money, make all the spin-offs you want, whatever. But it would be like remaking the Star Wars original trilogy. Would anyone want to see that?
No.
I don't think anyone would want to see Harry Potter remakes. Like, yeah, I don't get behind. I can't get behind an actual remake of the actual film series. I would say use the IP and property to develop other stories in the world, but man, I think it's too soon for a reboot.
I don't know why
they just ended 10 years ago.
Just do the goddamn Marauders.
Deathly Hallows ended 10 years ago. That's how soon it was.
2010.
2012.
Was it 2012?
Deathly Hallows Part 2, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, only 10 years ago.
2011, I think.
Yeah, whatever, man. Same thing. Came out in the winter. Whatever. But it's only 10 years, and they already want to reboot this entire film series. It's wild.
They want that cheddar cheese.
I don't like it, man. I do not like it. I'm an embodiment of the Michael Scott meme. No.
Yeah, Toby's in the annex. Good joke,
man.
Jim.
I hope they're wrong. All right, so for new movie releases this week, obviously Glass Onion came out on Netflix several days ago. White Noise, Noah Baumbach's upcoming film, is released on Netflix as well, starring Greta Gerwig and Adam Driver. Also, Matilda the musical just came out on Netflix as well.
We got some cool information on Ridley Scott's latest film, Napoleon, starring Joaquin Phoenix playing Napoleon. And according to Ridley Scott, he revealed that he rewrote the film around Joaquin Phoenix's performance. This kind of reminds me of how, like, Gladiator, they didn't really have a script. They were just going with the character work. Maybe Ridley picked up on, kind of a similar style of filmmaking when he was making Napoleon with Joaquin Phoenix. And so, according to Ridley Scott, he made Napoleon special by constantly questioning. That inquisitive nature led to significant changes on the movie. With Joaquin, we can rewrite the goddamn film because he's uncomfortable. And that kind of happened with Napoleon. He says, we unpicked the film to help him focus on who Bonaparte was. I had to respect that because what was being said was incredibly constructive. It made it all grow bigger and better. So I cannot wait to see some trailers and teasers for Napoleon and finally see that film.
I can't wait to see Joaquin Phoenix and Ridley Scott reunite again.
Not since Gladiator have they worked together.
Yeah, I saw this video from a historian, and he said that he was on some podcast, and he said that Joaquin Phoenix's performance as Commodus was actually underplayed with how psychotic he was, and in real life he was worse in real life than Joaquin Phoenix portrayed him as. And so it seems like he's already has a dial to 11, but it wasn't even close to the real thing.
Because Gladiator, Commodus died before he could make really huge drastic changes to Rome, despite the games he was doing, but he made a lot more changes in real life when he was emperor. It was just loosely based off him.
Yeah. But he did get killed by a gladiator, but not in the arena, but he was killed by his own personal trainer who was a gladiator.
Yeah. He would go into the arena and fight gladiators, but they were not allowed to hurt him at all. Anyways, let's move on to some more news.
The Batman screenplay has been released online, so if you like to read scripts, feast your eyes on Matt Reeves' excellent script for The Batman online right now.
It's available at Deadline. Also, The Last of Us, that show is premiering on January 15th on HBO Max. They keep releasing some new images, just teasing this show, and I'm pretty damn excited to check it out. We've heard so much about the video games. You all know I got a PS5 for Christmas. I don't know if I'll have time to play The Last of Us or Last of Us Part 2.
Especially a long format one.
That everyone keeps recommending. You could probably beat it in 20 hours, though. I'm sure if you wanted to.
I guess
you can get through those games pretty quick.
Oh, yeah?
But
if you don't like lily-dally around?
Yeah, you can just cruise.
Yeah, just do the main stuff.
That's my assumption. You can probably do it faster, to be honest. But it's premiering very soon, so I'm pretty excited to check it out. Pedro Pascal's leading it.
There's some MCU news after a couple of weeks of just mostly DC stuff. So there's an update on Daredevil. Charlie Cox, Daredevil actor himself, said that the upcoming Disney Plus show Daredevil won't be as gory, but it will be dark.
I don't like the sounds of that.
That's not something fans of the Daredevil character want.
Because remember, Daredevil was on Netflix, and this was like Netflix 2016, 2017. They were like going hard in the paint with some cool projects, not like kind of like how they've just been not as exciting lately.
Yeah, and they bought up those Marvel properties right away.
And so Daredevil will now be a Disney Plus show, and fans are pretty upset to hear that it won't be as gory as what they pulled off, and especially maybe they don't love what happened to him with She-Hulk.
I think when he says it will be dark, I mean lit dark.
Yeah, they're gonna turn the lights off in some scenes. He's not wrong. He's not lying. He's not lying. And also in the MCU, got some more Deadpool 3 news. Well, kind of just another reaffirmation that it will be violent.
Punches will be thrown.
I'm warning everybody right now. I've been warning on Twitter and stuff too that Deadpool 3, if it stays at rated R, I'm not even gonna hold my breath on that. I don't think they'll even. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm saying if they pulled the plug on rated R and went PG-13, but if they stay rated R, you bet your ass it's going to be a very tame rated R compared to the other Deadpool 3 movies. I don't care what the filmmakers are saying leading up to it. I don't believe what they're going to be bagging for us to be scanning. You know what I mean? I'm not picking up what they're putting down.
I think that I kind of disagree. I think if they're going to have an R rating, they'll just do whatever they want because they already have the R rating. You know?
We'll see.
But they could go for a hard PG-13, which is probably what it seems like with all these kind of weird interview answers from the filmmakers of, oh, it's rude, it's violent, bad stuff happens. That's still not saying it's rated R.
I'm not sold, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sold.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Next up, some Chris Rock news, one of the GOATs of comedy. His brand new stand-up special is going to be released on March 4th. It's going to be called Chris Rock Selective Outrage. I'm very curious to see this. I'm sure he's going to be talking about the famous Oscar moment. Now, this is going to be the first ever globally live-streamed comedy stand-up event in history. So I can't wait to see this.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to check it out. Chris Rock is a legend. Love that guy. Glass Onion news. So apparently, it's debuted on Netflix, but not in its top 5 film debuts, although it was number 1 on Netflix, I believe, for a few days as soon as it was streamed. It got streamed 82 million.1 hours in the first 3 days. And also, apparently, Rian Johnson's pretty upset that he had to keep the title Knives Out with the Glass Onion because he doesn't really want it to be a franchise, I guess. So I think
Netflix made him keep Knives Out in the name.
Yeah. I'm assuming so. That
he said he wants it to feel like independent films and independent like stories, not.
But like, I mean, Agatha Christie books and novels and stories, they don't like start with like Agatha Christie, like this, that, the name of the title of their story. So
it's not Orient Express.
I get it. I guess so. I'm assuming the third one, which he started writing right now, is probably gonna have the same thing, ending with a Knives Out mystery.
You better be writing. The money's getting paid.
Netflix is like, hey Ryan, how's number 3 coming?
What's up, bud?
He's like chilling in the Bahamas. Yeah, just working.
Number 3? Oh yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, I got some ideas, guys. I got some ideas. Don't worry about it.
Did we say a date yet? Yeah. But you forgot to mention it ended up. It's the 6th best film premiere for Netflix originals so far.
So just missed the top 5.
Yeah, I missed the top 5.
Gotcha. Okay,
but I think that's kind of not that great of a performance considering the amount of money they spent on it. You know, I feel like they would want that to be top 5.
I mean, I think they're a little disappointed probably.
Yeah.
When you spend $469 million on property,
you want it to be
number 1.
Hit. Next up, some horror news. Invisible Man 2 just got an interesting update. Jason Blumhouse and James Wan were just in a Q&A together.
It's Jason Blum.
Jason Blum. Sorry.
And he'll never make a movie for us.
Sorry,
he'll never fund one of our movies.
Sorry, bud. So Jason Blum and James Wan were at a Q&A together, and someone asked about Invisible Man 2 for an update, and they both said that there's promising things in the radar for it and that it could happen pretty soon.
I would love to see that. They're also in advanced talks to merge their film companies together.
Very cool.
So Blumhouse and then James Wan's company merged together. I think because I think James Wan has a partnership with Universal right now, but I think they're going to try to do their own label, which would be really cool.
Yeah, I believe that's why he did one of the Fast movies, because he was partnered with them.
Family.
I think he did Fast 6, if I'm correct.
We got a new Knock at the Cabin trailer, the latest horror film from M. Night Shyamalan, that reveals a little more information about this plot. So If you don't want to know any more about the movie besides what you've probably seen, if you've just seen that one trailer in the cinemas or on YouTube, I recommend not checking it out. I'm going to go into it completely blind. I'm not going to watch this new trailer.
Okay, I won't tell you about it.
Yeah,
then.
don't tell me about it because
what happens is
I just want to go in blind, knowing as little as possible.
it kind of sold me more on the hook, and then
I'm already sold on the hook.
It made it. I think that it seems really intriguing, and this new trailer really helped me be like, okay, I want to see this.
Well, maybe we should watch it then.
Yeah, watch the trailer. Yeah, watch it. I watched it.
Okay, I'll watch it. You sold me.
Yeah, I think it's because the idea wasn't really. It compounds on the idea and tells you how the idea works.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So it makes more sense with more context. Next up, Dune. Sorry, it's the wine.
Everyone's watching this in the morning like the wine.
Austin Butler, who will be playing Feyd-Rautha in Dune 2, revealed that he trained with a Navy SEAL for 4 months to physically prepare for his role. Feyd-Rautha is very good with a knife and hand-to-hand combat, so I think that it's a smart idea for him to do this kind of prep work for the role to make it feel believable, for him to be as good as the character is at fighting. So I can't wait to see him in action. It's an excellent character. It's going to be an awesome antagonist for the film.
And I love how Denis and the filmmakers and screenwriters have saved Feyd-Rautha for the second film. Didn't even get any information about him.
Know who he
Not even a
is.
tease in the first movie. So if you haven't read the book, you'll be surprised and shocked by who this character is, and it's going to be a great second villain for the movie going forward. And
A sub-villain.
he's actually really comparable to Commodus if you think about it.
Yeah.
In terms of like his actions, maybe Frank Herbert got inspiration from it. Who knows?
Maybe.
Some Luther.
He
news.
loves Gladiator.
No, in terms of
no,
like,
I'm kidding.
you wrote it in '56, bro.
I know. That's the joke.
Good joke. Good soup. Luther, the Fallen Son. We got some new images of Idris Elba as Luther. This movie gets released on Netflix in March. Cannot wait to check it out.
I also have to correct something you did like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, the Luther thing?
Yeah, you said there's a new Luther image, and it was Idris Elba in like an Antarctic landscape.
But he had a suit on.
But it was from his movie, his plane crash movie with Kate Winslet.
Yeah, we talked about it when I made that. We've already been over this, Anthony.
Not on the episode, so I just have to clarify.
Oh, yeah.
That it was a mistake, and Luther does not have. It probably doesn't take place in any Arctic environment.
He is in a snowy environment in the movie. They've released images of it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It wasn't that image though.
No, it wasn't that one. It's a different one. But he was. It's Idris
He's not
Elba.
going to be on a mountain by himself.
No, but he's surrounded by snow.
It snows in England.
In one of the images, not a lot, not a whole lot. Listen, all I said that is
Just because there's snow doesn't mean he's in Antarctica.
what I said was he leaves London, not that he leaves England. He goes to freaking Mount. Get out of here. He's going to the Himalayas.
Anyways,
saying that he leaves London.
Anyways,
you
more-
sound like you're from London.
More Netflix news. The Witcher Blood Origin debuted on Netflix, and it is not looking good for this prequel series to The Witcher show. So far, it has gotten horrible reviews and quite possibly the worst fantasy product made this year, according to critics and audiences alike. For Netflix original, it's one of the worst received so far in the past several years. I watched the trailer. It didn't seem very interesting or intriguing to me. It also looked like kind of cheaply made, especially the CGI. I read that this is not based on any of the Witcher novels. It's a complete,
They kind of just ran with the lore of their
Yeah,
own. They just kind of did their own thing.
which I believe the novels are quite dense and there's a lot of them. So why not go with the novels? So I'm not sure why they did that.
Studio's gonna studio.
Why would don't the fans want to see the stuff they love?
That's exactly why it's single digit on Rotten Tomatoes audience score.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's really low.
1923, which is the new TV series, which is a Yellowstone spinoff from Taylor. What's his name? Who wrote?
Oh,
Yellowstone?
Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan. It's premiering right now on Paramount Plus, obviously, but they have the premiere of the show for free on YouTube, so anyone can watch it. It stars Harrison Ford as well as Helen Mirren, and excellent cast So if you want,
I watch it just for them.
Yeah, no,
They're awesome.
If you watch the premiere of the show, it's cool that Harrison's going to do some TV.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, he's not getting. Other than Indy, he's not going to get many lead roles in movies.
Yeah, they're done with. They killed him off in Star Wars.
Yeah, they're probably gonna kill him in Indy 5.
The Disney phone ain't.
He
gonna
needs something to do.
Oh, he's definitely gonna get killed in Indy 5,
yeah.
unless they're reshooting stuff like that John Williams rumor where he accidentally revealed that they're doing reshoots.
Yeah, the 7th reshoot.
Did we talk about that on Movie News?
No,
where
we did not.
John Williams was doing a show like 3 weeks ago, and he accidentally was talking to the crowd because they played the indie music. I think he teased some of the new music from the Indiana Jones 5 film, which is going to be the last movie he does. And he,
As a composer.
yeah, he accidentally. I'm sure he'll like supervise projects and here and
yeah.
there, but in terms of being a composer, full on, he kind of revealed that they are doing reshoots for a new ending. He said something like along the lines of, "We may be doing some reshoots for a new ending of the film, so I'm not officially
That's
done.
pretty major.
I'm not officially done with the project, even though that movie was supposed to be finished filming like so long ago. They started filming that last year.
There's doing reshoots for pickup shots and then reshoots for a new ending. It's quite significant.
I'm pretty worried about Indy 5, not gonna lie.
We'll
but
see.
our hopes in our
Time will tell.
Our hopes are very high because you know how much we love Indiana Jones.
We'll see in 6 months.
Whew,
In June. Next up, Kate Hudson said she's been talking off about this nepotism thing that's been going around the last month all over the media. I believe it was the New Yorker posted an article about Hollywood nepotism. And
Yeah.
so
she has her eyes
Yeah.
and her agent.
Yes,
and her mother's agent.
Yeah, so Kate Hudson and a couple other famous actors who are children of famous actors have been sounding off, and many of them have been disagreeing with the piece. And she said, in particular, if you work hard and kill it, it doesn't matter. You'll find success. So I think Kate Hudson is a very talented person, as well as all of the other child actors, but you can't deny that nepotism does exist because, and also
In Hollywood.
In Hollywood, yeah, for sure. In Hollywood, Steven Spielberg's daughter said that nepotism doesn't exist, even though she's been trying. She's an actor and also is making her first feature film right now. The thing is, like, yes, you have to deliver. You have to be good at it to be successful, but I don't think they're putting into perspective how difficult it is for just an average person to get an agent, to get a manager. That's such a difficult thing. To get SAG, those are such difficult things to acquire, like a legitimate agent, not some like tiny agent or whatever. Like these people, their parents are stars. You think they're having any trouble getting an agent? You know, and agents help you get work. They help you get auditions. They connect you with producers. There's agents and managers are vital to the system of Hollywood with finding work for actors. And it's kind of unfair to say that you're in the same position as someone who moved here from Idaho, doesn't know anyone, and is working full-time as a server.
It might be the most talented actor we've never heard of, and could be like the greatest actor of all time, but never will get a shot.
But has to work 60 hours a week waiting tables just to pay their rent in LA because it's expensive here, and they can barely afford driving to auditions, let alone they'll never get an agent because it's so rare to get an agent. It's so rare to get SAG, the union. So I understand what they're saying, but also I don't think they're really respecting the perspective of the hundreds of thousands and even millions of people who come out to Hollywood to pursue this thing, and they have no connections whatsoever, and it's a near impossible task. So, but if your father or mother is an A-list celebrity, you're gonna get a manager immediately. You're gonna have their manager or their manager's team. Like huge agents, they'll have a team of agents under them, and you'll get one of their agents. And then guess what? Hey, here's an audition for you. Here's an audition. I think it's kind of unfair to just say that it's all about hard work.
Yeah, you're still gonna have the talent. You gotta deliver, like you said, but it's not like all these other tens of thousands of people. There aren't plenty of people that are just as talented, maybe more talented, that could be terrific movie stars and actors, but they just never get a shot.
Yeah.
You know, I love movies and film, and actors are incredible and very inspiring. But you know, it's not like people are like people think like actors and actresses are like this mythical thing. Like you're born to be an actor or an actress. Like anyone can do it. It's not super like there's a spectrum of acting. 80% of it, most people can do it. 20% of it is very difficult.
I think you could be like a TV actor and something.
Who, me?
If you put a lot of work into it.
Or like a side actor in movies.
Yeah, or something.
Well,
yeah.
maybe I should start hitting up some auditions, guys.
Why not, man? But you know what would help? If Dad was Kurt Russell.
Yeah. He's not, but he sells tombstones, kid, which I'm so grateful for. He put food on the table.
Sorry, Kate Hudson, I had to burn you.
It helps. It definitely helps.
I had to. Her stepfather, but her mom's Goldie Hawn.
Yeah. They've been married for a long time.
Yeah. Great Hollywood romance.
Very cute couple.
Very cute couple.
Yeah. All right, last bit of news. Got our first poster for Scream 6. Apparently, it's a Christmas movie. It's set in New York City. We've seen that subway still. And the poster is kind of like cool. It's like colorful, like abstract New York City Christmas. And it's going to be a Scream movie set there. I will give them that, you know, as much as I did not like Scream 5, that they're doing something new with it and going to New York City. They've been to Hollywood with Scream before, but like going to New York City, it's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah. I like that. Also, the Christmas setting sounds fun.
Yeah, we'll
see.
All right.
But I'm looking forward to seeing Samara Weaving. She'll be the new lead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's the new lead.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm pretty excited about Scream 6. They listened to our episode on it. Like,
You're like, we need another good actor.
We need to get some good talent. Jenna Ortega has been carrying Scream 5 on her back for months now. She's too young to carry this. Her back hurts.
She's so petite.
She carried the whole goddamn movie. She can't handle the load.
She's too petite.
This movie's really big.
No, she can handle it. She handled Wednesday. She obviously carries Wednesday.
She's a superstar.
Yeah.
In the making. That wraps movie news number 80. Stay tuned for episodes.
Kate Hudson didn't watch it.
Kate Hudson unsubscribed. Movie episodes this week. So tomorrow, Monday, which will be our very first like main episode for the year 2023.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Today is the first day of the new year.
Yeah, you're right. It's January 1st.
January 1st.
We decided to do a cool episode on Good Time versus Uncut Gems, a Safdie Brothers special, because they're such highly requested movies, and we love the Safdie Brothers. They're excellent filmmakers, so we had a blast talking about their first two major films. And then on Thursday, we're doing an episode on the best horror movies and the worst horror movies from 2023. I mean, from 2022. Anthony got pretty hardcore in this one.
It was a good episode.
You don't want to miss it.
I had fun.
Anthony
I was roasting some.
Anthony brought the big guns. He loosened up the belt. He was like, let's go.
You'll have to tune in to find out.
Take care, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope 2023 is wonderful and brings you so much success and health to your lives. Take care.
See you next time. Raiders of the Lost Podcast is a mirror image production. Sound mixing done by Jacob Kossler. Opening music by Chase Jackson. Thank you for watching Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, notifications for sure. Listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere you can listen to podcasts, and be sure to check out this other content we have on our YouTube channel.